In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single race inside of the Forge Roblox. As you guys already know, Demon and Angel are the best races in the game, but there's so many other races and many people think that all these other races are useless, when that's just not true. So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining each and every race. I'm also going to be giving you guys alternatives for the Demon race, so make sure you guys watch this video all the way to the end. Anyways, let's get straight into this. As always, hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want to be a part of the OG 400k. We're so close to 400,000 subscribers, guys. So if you guys want to be a part of the OG 400k, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Anyways, let's hop straight into this video without wasting any more of your time. So as you guys can see, I have a complete tier list here, and starting off with the human race. I'm sorry to say, guys, if you guys have the human race and you're still rocking it, just get rid of it. Okay, it's not that good. By the way, if you guys don't know how to actually get rerolls inside of Roblox The Forge, let me actually go ahead and quickly give you guys a guide. So first things first, to go ahead and reroll your race, you want to go over to shop and then go to the race menu. And here you want to go ahead and select the race that you guys want to, well, not select the race, but you want to go ahead and just hit the reroll button, and you're going to get one of these races right over here. Now to get rerolls, you simply want to go to the description down below and join the Forge Discord server. And as you guys can see, once you guys go ahead and join, go to the code section, we are going to have one working code in the game for now. So this is going to be 400k exclamation point, and this is going to give you guys 8 rerolls for completely free. To use your codes, you just want to go to settings and then paste it right over there, and there you go, we just got ourselves 8 rerolls for free. So yeah, that is how you can go ahead and get yourself a bunch of rerolls. Obviously these codes expire and new ones get added all the time, so make sure you actually join the Discord server and check what the latest code is right over here. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next race that we have inside of the game. For those wondering, by the way, the human race gives you guys 3% luck and 3% more experience, which again is just not that much. It is absolutely useless, so that is why human race is a no-go. Moving on though, our next race is going to be the elf race. This guy gives you guys 7% more luck, 15% stamina, and 5% height. Don't get me wrong, this is actually kind of useful. I mean, 7% luck at the start of the game is low-key kind of good, especially if you guys don't get the demon or angel race. So in my opinion, guys, the elf race has a solid place in C tier. Not the best, but again, not as bad as something like the human race. But this next race is as bad as a human race. This is going to be zombie, and this guy gives you guys 2% health regeneration every 5 seconds. But the downside is you get negative 25% max health. You also get a 15% chance to convert incoming damage to health, which again, 15% is so low, guys. And yeah, the zombie race is just not good, guys. It's better to just make some armor. Like, even the worst armor in the game is better than the zombie race. So in my opinion, guys, zombie race is absolutely horrible, and for that reason, it's going to be over down in D tier. Moving on, the next race we have is going to be Goblin, and this one is very good. So the Goblin has 3 abilities, the first one being sneaky, 15% movement speed, and 10% dagger attack speed. This one doesn't really matter, we don't really care about this. And you also get 15% less health and 15% size. Once again, this does not really matter. What matters is the 12% discount when shopping. So let me actually go ahead and show you guys how this discount actually works. For example, let's say I want to go ahead and purchase myself the Light-Eyed pickaxe for 98,500 Robux. Robux? No, dollars is what I meant to say. That's actually quite expensive, but what if you could get a instant 15% discount on this? Well, you can if you just go ahead and equip the Goblin race right over here. And check this out, guys, now the pickaxe is going to be 86,680 goals for me. So yeah, you can get an instant 15% discount on literally anything in the game. So in my opinion, Goblin race is really good. I honestly recommend using the Goblin race if you guys have extra slots. So if you guys have multiple race slots, you get one slot at level 30 and another slot at level 100. So if you guys have multiple slots, keep the Goblin race. If you don't, then honestly just re-roll it. But honestly, there is no other race like the Goblin race in the entire game, and for that reason, this race is going to be an S tier race for me. Even people who are basically endgame use this race just to get a 15% discount, so honestly, there is no downside to using it, except the fact that, of course, you lose an extra race slot inside of your race menu. Moving on though, we have the Undead race. This once again has 3 abilities, the first one being refills 50% of health when your health goes below 10%, with a 5-minute cooldown, which is a lot. I mean, this ability on its own is kind of good, but this is kind of a deal breaker right over here. Fragile Bones basically gives you guys 12% less health. Sharp Surface reflects 10% of incoming damage. So again, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's a solid C tier, guys. It's not as bad as something like Human and Zombie, but it's not as good as, you know, other things in the game right now. Moving on though, the next race we have is going going to be Orc, and this is going to be a 8% chance to get. So actually quite rare to get this, but as you guys can see, this thing has a 10% physical damage, 15% more health, and 10% more size. Now this is actually a downside. You don't want to be bigger, guys. You're also heavy, so 10% less stamina and 10% less movement speed. So the only good thing about this is these two abilities, and everything else is kind of just trash. So for that reason, once again, this is going to go over in C tier. Again, not as bad as something like human or zombie. Okay, but now we're moving into the epics, and yeah, this is where things start getting a little bit interesting. So first of all, we have the dwarf race with a 7% chance to obtain. This thing has 3 abilities: gifted miner, which gives you guys 15% mining speed and 5% to do better forging. Now this is actually huge. Critical mining, 20% chance to deal 50% extra damage to rocks. You're also shorter and have less movement speed by like 5%, which is not much. But as you guys have probably noticed, I am currently using the dwarf race myself. And yeah, I use it all the time whenever I'm mining or forging, because honestly, it is really good. Especially if you guys don't have angel or demon, especially angel, because angel gives you guys a 50% luck boost. But if you guys don't have angel or demon, then honestly guys, the dwarf race is really good to use. So for that reason, this thing is literally with the angel and demon race is going to be up at S tier. Next up, we have Shadow, and this guy is going to have 2 abilities. The first one being Phantom Step. There is a 15% chance to turn into a shadow and dodge an incoming attack when receiving damage. Basically something like the demon. You also have Shadow Pact, 10% more attack speed, 15% more movement speed, 5% more physical damage, and 10% more stamina. And the only downside is you lose 10% of your health, which is not much. You can obviously make that back with some sort of armor. And yeah, Shadow is actually really good. You could call it a budget demon race if you want to, because it's kind of similar to demon. Not really, but yeah, it is a close second to demon, but let's go ahead and put that over in A tier for that reason. Alright, now we're moving into the legendaries with a 1.175% chance to get. We have the Minotaur. The first ability is receiving damage, and going below 50% health will cause you to enter rage mode, increasing your movement speed and physical damage by 30%. Its second ability is Beast, 10% height, 20% health, negative 10% stamina, and negative 10% movement speed. You also get 20% width and depth. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but I guess it's talking about height. I have no idea, guys. What does that mean? Okay, you're basically going wider, but what does depth mean? I'm really confused about what depth is supposed to be. But anyways, the Minotaur class is going to be in B tier, because honestly, its abilities aren't really that great, and the rage mode is kind of mid if you really try and use it. I've used this myself, and guys, I'm gonna be real with you, it's really not that great. But moving on though, we have a Dragonborn. Now this one is actually kind of good. 12% more physical damage, 40% chance to burn enemies and deal 30% of your current equipped weapons damage per second for 3 seconds. This is huge, by the way. And you also get 20% more max health and 10% more height. I in fact have Dragonborn myself, and I use it all the time. It's a good alternative to something like Shadow. Oh my god, I just rerolled it. Oh my god, I just rerolled it, chat. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god, I just rerolled it. Alright, you know what? It's fine, whatever. But I was gonna showcase it to you guys, but I got carried away. Okay, I don't want to see any comments about that happening. I'll get it again. It's alright. I'll get it again. I'll get it again, right? Please give it to me again, game. By the way, I've probably rolled over 100 times. I've bought rerolls with Roblox and still haven't gotten Demon or Angel. So if you guys are lucky enough to get Demon or Angel, be thankful, man, because there's people like me who've spent hundreds and hundreds of Robux, probably thousands by now, and still haven't gotten any good race. It's really frustrating, but let me just go ahead and use up all my races here. Why the hell not? Okay, we got ourselves Shadow, which I guess is also good, but I don't really want that, so I'm gonna continue rolling. And yeah, honestly, my luck is just horrible. I get human like 50% of the time, bro. It's insane. Anyways, okay, we're back to elf, whatever, bro. But anyways, yeah, as I was saying, Dragonborn is actually really good for farming or doing PvE is what I meant to say. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and use this. I'm gonna put this in a solid A tier because it's honestly way better than something like Shadow actually, so I'm gonna put it ahead of that. Moving on though, next up we have Golem. This guy gives you guys 15% attack speed for heavy weapon, 30% more health, and 10% less speed. There's also a 50% chance to reduce incoming damage by 25. So this class is actually kind of useful for a specific group of players. If you guys use heavy weapons, and I'm talking something like a colossal sword, a great axe or something like that, then sure, go ahead and use this. But if you guys are using something like a katana or something, this race race isn't really yours, or isn't really your thing, so I wouldn't really go with this if you guys use nothing but a huge weapon. But again, to each their own. I'm still going to put this in a tier because it is pretty good. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have the big two, Angel and Demon. You guys already know these are both S tiers, but let's quickly go ahead and go over their abilities. So there's a lot to go over. As an Angel, when you're below 20% max health, you have infinite stamina, wings, 50% dash distance, 15% longer dash, 20% movement speed, 25% jump boost, 20% more stamina, and I guess negative 20% cooldown, but who cares, bro? You have all this. As an Angel, there's a 50% chance to also smite your enemies for 30 seconds, and you also get, on top of all of this, 50% luck boost. Angel is so broken. Okay, it is so broken. If you guys have Angel, bro, you have like crazy luck. This is like the best class in the entire game. And Demon isn't any worse, by the way. If you have Demon, you're still pretty good. Devil Finger. Dashing will cause you to teleport, conjuring hellfire particles, and having a 20% chance to summon a hellfire circle, dealing 45% of your current equipment's damage per second to the enemy inside the AoE for 3 seconds. Bro, how is this? That's crazy. Demonic powers, 20% movement speed, 20% attack speed, 20% fire damage, 30% height, 10% width and depth, and 20% physical damage. Cursed aura, while in combat, conjure an area around your character, dealing 10% of your current equipped weapon's damage per second. And finally, backfire, 25% chance to burn your enemies when receiving damage. So yeah, Demon and Angel are absolutely broken. If you guys have those rules, then good for you. If you don't, then be like me and be very, very sad. Spend thousands of Robux and still not get it. At this point, bro, I've given up hope. But anyways, hope this quick tutorial helps you guys get the best race for you inside of the 4-ish Roblox. As always, hit that subscribe button if you guys want to be a part of the OG 400k. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.